that means. This is the time of the event that if he happens to be on location, you know you're about to hear from our founder. So yesterday we had a unique opportunity to hear from him a second time with a little Q&A, and I'm sure many of you enjoyed that. As a matter of fact, we've gotten lots and lots of great comments about Wayne's appearance yesterday, but now is the more traditional keynote, and I know you're going to really enjoy this. Folks, if you don't know Wayne, he was a very successful network marketer, built huge teams, easily as successful as any of our top people in our company right now when it came to building a downline. But he had a bigger vision. He could never, in his own words, he could never find the perfect company, so he just finally attempted to create the perfect company. And while we're not perfect, we are certainly striving to be that way in every way possible. When we were talking yesterday, I shared with you that Wayne started off as just one of the founders of the company. Then he became the chief visionary officer, and now, just right now, he also has accepted the role as the CEO of the company, the person who is truly driving the ship, our master and commander. And I got to tell you, we are all just so excited about it. There are so many people around the world who have so much respect for this man. It would be so easy for him to be cocky, so easy for him to be arrogant, but he's really just one of the most genuine, loving, caring people in the world. I know that there are people all over the world who would have left Worldventures years ago and gone somewhere else if they were just here for the money. But what happened is they got caught up in his vision. They got caught up in his dream. When we do United, we say one team with one dream. Well, really, that one team and that dream is all put together because of this gentleman. Years and years ago, while you and I are doing whatever we were doing, he was birthing this company in his mind and in his heart. And every time we get a chance to hear from him directly, it is an absolute blessing. I am so honored to call this man one of my best friends, but more importantly, I'm honored to call him my leader. Please welcome our owner and founder, Mr. Wayne Nugent.
Hello, Worldventures friends and family. Thank you for joining us for this first time United special, where we have people joining in through technology all over the world. And let me be the first to say, thank you and congratulations. Thank you for being a part of this, co-creation, that is our world, Worldventures. And congratulations for finding Worldventures, finding your tribe, finding a path, to your future, your dream life, perhaps. There's lots of opportunity in the world. It may not look that way or feel that way right now with what is going on in the world and around the world. Like opportunity is being squeezed or less. But I think it's just different. We are going to come out of this coronavirus worldwide global impact event. It's going to roll from the virus to the economy that we're left with. And it is our economy because it is Worldventures. It's not the United States Ventures or Europe Ventures or Asia Ventures. It is Worldventures. And we have found each other. We have found our tribe. And we got to stop and take a breath and be thankful that we have something that we can do together and with people that we enjoy. And yes, that's our friends and coworkers, but in a lot of instances, our families. And I really care about your family, your reputation, your family name, that y'all are doing this together. Anytime I meet you, especially if you're with your parents or your kids, and y'all are doing this together, and I have met and worked with a couple families that come to mind that were 4 generations in Worldventures. That I would go to a meeting and then it'd be 4 generations of the same family in Worldventures. And that, for me, is a dream come true. Anytime I hear about, so when I see that, families working together and friends working together, it really makes me happy because that's what I envisioned. Whenever I hear the opposite, whenever I hear about certain friends or certain family that's not doing this, that really kind of hurts and breaks my heart a bit. I think it's normal to be a little fearful and a little skeptical and a little doubtful in life. To a certain degree, that's a good thing. It protects you from making bad decisions, dumb decisions. But I hope we can agree that at a certain point, it's bad, for people when they're overly fearful, overly skeptical, overly doubtful. Then they're not looking for anything new. They're not willing to try anything new. And I do know that we're gonna die. The question is, are we gonna live? And that goes to the history of the company and why I envisioned this company in the first place. And just so you get a sense of who I am and the background of the company and the seed of thought that is now sprouted and become our reality. I was in the Marine Corps, and I loved the Marine Corps, and I got all meritorious promotions. It was great. But I'm actually, a nice, fun, peaceful guy, so I know that I've got friends around the world, and it worries me that somebody would hear, okay, here's this white man, Christian guy that was in the Marine Corps, and all of a sudden these labels mean something to other people, or maybe start to create some kind of alienation. And I don't like that. That's not good. I like all of my friends and family from around the world because I think that's what makes the world interesting and life interesting, is that we are different. But I think in our core, we all want the same thing. I do think we want more fun in our life, more freedom in our life, more fulfillment in our life. I do think we want to love and to be loved. I do think that we don't want the same things and fear the same things. But we're like, where can I go and find it? Where can I go and plug in? We're meant to be social creatures. We're meant to work together. And I think that God designed us that way, where we're meant to help each other. And how is it that I can use my God-given brain, creativity, imagination for other people? And it doesn't mean that you have to have your own original idea. It means, is there an idea that you can plug into and contribute? And one of the most fascinating things about building the teams that I have through the years all over the world, and Worldventures in particular, is that whenever we have a new person join us that feels like they're the new person on the team, new person in the downline, a number in the computer, no. I'm amazed that as we've grown for all these years all over the world, how every new person that joins us, it's like they're putting their own special fingerprint, thumbprint on the company. How you bring your flavor to the company. You make it a little bit more interesting, So on one hand, we're all unique and special, like a snowflake or a thumbprint. But on the other hand, no, we're not. You're special, and no, you're not. Because we all kind of want and long for the same thing. And that's what Worldventures is meant to be, an answer to that longing, okay, that's just deep inside of our core, deep inside of our soul. And where it came for me, to go back to my story, is I was in the Marine Corps, and, I've got, 2 screws in this shoulder. I got a torn ACL in this knee. I got my right kidney removed. When I got my kidney removed, I was at the VA hospital here in Dallas, Texas, and got to get my kidney taken out. And, you know, during the wee hours of the night in a government hospital, which is kind of dark and dingy, I'm thinking someday I'm going to be in this hospital bed for something more serious, and I might not get out of here. And for me, you know, I wanted to go, you know, live life. And for me, that meant travel. But I needed, money to travel, but also the time freedom to travel. And I didn't want to go alone. And so that was kind of in me, but I wasn't in travel and network marketing or direct sales at the time. The first company I joined, which happened to be headquartered, you know, not far from where I lived, we were selling, you know, American Eagle gold coins. And then we just grew that all over the world and started selling Canadian Maple Leaf gold coins. So I learned gold and which is money and the history of money. And I learned a lot there. And there wasn't a residual. There wasn't the recurring. So I learned what to do and I learned what not to do. But it was a great learning. It was a great experience. But I worked my way up, you know, to number one in that company. I was making over $1 million a year. And I'd never done networking before, but the people that I'd passed up as the guy at the bottom, but, you know, you can make more money than everybody in your upline if you start where you're at in your own business and really build it out. And you can make more money than everybody above you. So it's not true that you can't. You actually can. And I hope you get inspired by all the trainers that you've seen this weekend, because I knew them when they first started. I knew, you know, Dwight and Fadia, Hanson, that were friends of mine, but after that came, you know, Jefferson Santos that trained this weekend, Matt Morris, you know, Jeff and Troy Brown trained, you know, Efrosini when she flew over, Stavros, Dennis Bay. I mean, I go on and on. The whole list, you know, I remember when everybody first got started, Grizz, I mean, training to do, this united to do is, yes, us be united, but united towards helping you build your future, because it's not crowded at the top. We can have as many IMDs as we want. It's just, do you have that desire in you? Do you want to actually rank up and be an IMD? You know, if you want to make a little bit, we're glad you're here. If you haven't made any money, we're glad you're here. If you haven't been on a dream trip, we're glad you're here. Of all things that you could choose to do with your time, which is your life, we're glad you chose us. Okay? So we're glad you're here, and we want to make the investment in you as friends, as mentors. And it's more than money. We care about you whether you've made any money or not, or been on a dream trip or not, or ranked up or not. Okay? We know that you got 5 key aspects of your being. You got your spiritual, your physical, your emotional, your intellectual, and your financial. And we want it to be that when you join Worldventures, you're joining a group of people that care about the well-being of your whole being. Okay? Yes, we're going to care about, you know, that you've chosen to participate in the opportunity or not, or that you're a member or not, and that you want to go on a trip, and you want to be with like-minded people, and you're responsible in that. It's how we're going to be with each other. And you're aware of how you are with other people, and that we value teamwork. You know, we value friendship and marriage. Okay? So how is it that we can help make each other's lives better and touch every aspect of your life? And if we're going to love you wherever you're at, if you just want to put one foot in front of the other and just improve one step on, you know, we're going to encourage you to seek your spiritual side and get to know yourself there and tune into God. Why? It's my belief that if you believe in God, you'll believe in yourself. To succeed in business, this is what I believe. To succeed in business and have it be sustainable, because I expect you to succeed. And when you do succeed, I don't want you to get lost in success and addicted to the trappings or anything like that. Okay? You should own your stuff. Your stuff should never own you. You use money, but you don't use people. Okay? So I want you to succeed. And I think that a way to help you succeed, and then once you get to success, sustain success, is believe in God. If you believe in God, I believe you'll automatically believe in yourself more to the level that you need to. And if you believe in yourself, then you'll believe in other people. That if you can learn and grow and do, they can learn and grow and do. That helps you actually become a master recruiter. Because if your intention is to help people, and then you know you have something that can help people, and you plus that something is not 1 + 1 = 2 or 1 + 1 = 3. It could be, you and that person, this opportunity is 10x easy. So if you believe in God, then you'll believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, you'll believe in other people. And that's really what it takes. But then you've got to believe in your industry. You got to believe in your company, the right company, right time, right product, right pay plan, right support tools and systems. Why we have it all. You don't have to be good because it's good. So believe in the industry, believe in our company in the industry, but then believe in your vision of your future, of what this can do for you, what it's already proven to have done already for people all over the world. And as you can tell by this mix of trainers, we have everybody. You cannot judge who would be a great leader, a great presenter, a great trainer, a top earner. We've got a mix of everybody. And that's one thing that you have to do is shed all these excuses that it doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, black or white, old or young, college degree or no college degree. It doesn't matter. It just matters the formula for success. Okay, the 5 things, formula for success. What matters most is your desire. Do you have the desire to change your life, improve your life? And, I would say get good at something worth getting good at. This is worth getting good at. So if you see it and you see what's possible, do you have the desire? That's the most important thing. And if not for this, then what? Then something. If not this right now with us, then what? When? With who? So, yes, I do think that it should be right now with us in this, that this is the best thing you're likely to find. I really believe that. I'm in the opportunity business. I see opportunity everywhere. And I know there's lots of things you could do. But yes, I do believe we have something unique and special. Okay? I do believe it's the best opportunity for the masses worldwide. And I do want you to add your thumbprint and make it better. So, the formula for success. Number 1 is desire. Number 2 is opportunity. Number 3 is a mentor. Number 4 is the skills you bring day one so that mentor can help play to your strengths and then add to those skills of what it takes to succeed at this. And then number 5 is time. And on time, it's 2 things, 2 kinds of time. There's being patient with yourself, and you got to run your race. But then there's time you got to have a sense of urgency. Nothing great was ever accomplished without a sense of urgency. And I don't think anything great was ever accomplished without a team either. And so here you have all of it. You have the whole formula for this recipe called success. So you just got to get familiar with what's the path. How do I master this thing? Because we all started, it was new and it was different. Most of us, we did have, a job, and we did make, so many dollars per hour, or we didn't have a job where we had a salary. But those are pretty linear. Most of us have never had this kind of a job where if it's to be, it's up to me. That there's no guarantee of income, but there's also no cap either. And where you are your own boss, you are essentially the CEO of your own business, and you can build it as big or as small as you want, as fast or as slow as you want. But are there some, skills that you have to develop? Absolutely. So it is going to be new, and it is going to be different. And a lot of people, whenever something is new and different, we don't like to maybe go down that road. We'd rather play it safe and stay the same, and we want everything to change just magically, but we don't want to change. No, you got to change. And then when what you change inside, everything outside will change. So I like to say that there's 5 hats of a pro networker. What's it going to take you from beginner to pro? And hopefully that's what this weekend training is doing for you. You're seeing all of our trainers from all walks of life, and all of a sudden they've succeeded at the highest level. And we want that for you. So what is the 5 hats of a pro networker? Well, first you're a student, and in real life, in your life right now, if we show up at your place of work, we be quiet and we listen, and you teach us your job, and we're there to learn. When you plug in here, it's your job to learn from the people that have already done it. Okay? So at first, you're going to be a good student. You're going to be a good student of the industry, a good student of our company, or our product, our compensation plan, and you be a good student. And I think if you do that, if you take the time out to do that, I call it the inoculation phase. I think you become 10 foot tall and bulletproof. You become a lot more certain. You'll only perform to the level of your belief. So what's it going to take for you to learn how to intentionally build your belief? And I'll do that here in a bit, as the founder, as the chief visionary officer, and now as your CEO, caring about building you a company and a product and a service that you can believe in. Not that we're perfect or that we will ever be perfect, but we are great and we are excellent. Okay? So, and we're a company you can trust, a team that you can trust. So, the 5 hats. You got to be a good student. And then you become a good salesperson. And the main thing we learn to sell is time. Will you trust me with 10, 15, 30 minutes, an hour of your time? Okay? And then you become a sales manager. The people that trusted you with some time to look and listen to what you have, they like the idea. We didn't sell them. They chose to buy. They opted in. Now we got to manage those people and bring them through this process, this inoculation phase, where they're 10 foot tall and bulletproof because they believe they've asked all the questions. And we're there to help you answer all these questions. So you're a good student, you're a good salesperson, we sell time, trust me, look at what I've got, and then you become this sales manager. After that, you have this success starting to happen, then you become a business owner. And this is where we teach you to run your business like a business. Pay your taxes, reinvest in your business, learn how to scale up and manage something that's growing more than local, more than your city, more than your state, more than your country. This is a global business. And as you learn to be an effective business owner, and now you've done all these things, you have success, and people are looking to you to guide them and teach them and mentor them. And so that's the 5th hat. How do you become a coach and a mentor and a trainer? And again, by watching the trainers this weekend that you have, and they're so good, right? Aren't they? They're so good at what they do. Starting with Marcus Setta, our director of training, but then every trainer, we all plugged in and started doing events and trainings all over the world together. And at first it just starts maybe in the local meeting, in a house meeting, and we ask you to tell your story, and then all of a sudden it's at a regional and then one of the national meetings, but then like this, United, where we got people tuning in from all over the world. And that might be a little scary for you at first. Can I do that? Well, maybe not right now. And maybe you don't even want to right now. But I can promise you, after you get going on this path and you get better and better and you start succeeding, I do think it's in your heart, in your nature, in your soul to want to give back, to want to help, to want to teach. And so we want that. We want that. We're proud that we have a company that has all that available. So let's break down the company, because again, you'll only perform to the level of your belief. You're looking for, and this is what I taught this is what I did for myself, and this is what I taught all of our leadership when they first started, that took us to now 14, 15 years, doing over $4 billion in total revenue, in 40 plus countries. So how is it that we built something up like that? And again, the invitation to you is, be visionary in your life, be visionary with this company, get started where you're at, let's grow together. But you build people and people build the business. What we're trying to do is invest back in you. You invested in yourself to join this United event online. Now we're trying to give you your value and say, okay, what's the path for me and how do we go here? But we have a vision for you. We want you to grow. We want to help you. So you're looking for of all companies out there, every company out there that you know and hear or come across, if you're doing this job, they're all going to say, we're the best. We're the best. We're number one. Well, that can't be true, right? Unless we start saying, okay, let's be subjective, let's be objective. I mean, what? How do you know if you're the best or not? You got to have a measuring stick. How do you measure one company to the next? Because they're all saying that they're the best. You got to have your own measuring stick, and it doesn't change. But once you have your own ruler, your own measuring stick, now you can measure each company or each opportunity that comes along. So you're looking for the right company at the right time, the right product, the right pay plan, and the right support tools and systems. And when you have a company that has all that, you don't have to be good because it's good. So the right company, the leadership, the legal, the growth around the world, that's what we have. And we've got a footprint in travel that nobody else has. There is nobody. There is no second place. Believe me, I know. I funded it. I do the paperwork all over the world that's required in all these countries. It's complex. We have a very unique, one-of-a-kind, complex company. And that's why we don't have any competition, because the big companies that you know of in travel, they're not trying to come at this level and play with leisure and this and the other. And then for a new startup to come along and try and compete with us when we have this entry-level product called Silver, and then we have the product I've been doing for over 20 years now called Gold and Platinum, which is our dream trips and group travel, leader-led group travel, and what it takes to be able to do that and fulfill that. And then we got Titanium at the high side. Right now, our company has the best product mix across the board, and we didn't have that day one. When you join right now today, you have a much better company with a much better product mix than we've ever had before. So you can actually succeed a lot bigger, a lot faster before, especially now that we have this global footprint and technology like this exists. People are at home, they're available, and they're ripe and ready to listen to opportunity in their life, because most people's world has just got shaken. So here you come with the right message. We got the right company at the right time. Even though we're 14, 15 years old, we think and act like a startup. A startup is usually only in its local market and has to grow. It goes through a lot of growing pains. There's infancy and adolescence and adulthood. Our company is knocking on the door, of adulthood. We're not going through our startup run. We're going through our legacy run. And if you can join a company that's positioned like we are, ready to go on this legacy run, and you can learn what you need to learn and do what you need to do, you can become a top earner a lot faster. And this be the company you're with for the rest of your life, and then it gets passed on to your children. That's what I'm envisioning. And it's not just the opportunity that you build in your group, your organization. I'm looking past that. Truthfully, I want IMD to be the top of the bottom. I have a whole another level in mind, but we've got to get you to just rank up. We respect everybody in the company at all levels. And it's true that when you have these leaders that are trained up and making a difference worldwide, they become a part of the foundation, the long-term foundation. And the stronger the foundation, wider and deeper, the higher and faster you can go. And over years, what happens is you shake out the impurities and the foundation gets stronger and stronger. So when you've been around for 14 years like we have, and you go through all kinds of cycles within your company, or with you as an individual, but with your company, what we go through and learn together, but then macroeconomics, what's going on in the world, and every 3 or 4 years, there's some kind of recession somewhere. And believe me, I can tell you as the owner, I'm always dealing with something around the world because this company runs 24/7. There's always something going on around the world. But now with this coronavirus and everything, this has been a worldwide thing all at once. It's amazing. But this is when the strong get stronger. This is where the legacy company gets made. And so we want that for you with travel, because the lifestyle, we think it can bring you and your friends and your family, what I call your favorite and your best, your favorite friends and your best prospects. So, right company, at the right time, the right product. Yes, there's lots of products in network marketing and direct sales, but I don't think any of them are as more fun and exciting as this, and we're the only company, so there's no competition. So when you have a unique company and a unique product with a low price point, but no competition, that creates huge opportunity. And so that's what we have. You're at the right time, with the right product, because all the vendors and suppliers, they really want us and need us right now. We've become a different distribution channel for them. They don't want to get on the internet or TV and run some kind of fire sale commercial and lower their prices, and then try and build up for them. What we give them a unique distribution channel where you have to log in to see our prices. So it's not just that the prices are opaque and behind a firewall and all that, but also because we have the group volume and it's consistent because of the way we team up together, and we go on team trips together, we go on dream trips together, we got our friends and family. All of a sudden, the volume we produce for our suppliers is very consistent. And it's my belief that what's coming next for us, that what we're going to be doing, is where we're partnering with these resorts, because there's so many companies, properties, resorts that we do so much business with consistently. They do say to us, they know us now, they respect us. Okay, they're like, wow, how can we do more together? And I see how we can do more, and I see how it's good for your future. My advice is take advantage of what we've built for you. Take advantage of this window of time. Rank up quickly and be a part of creating legacy wealth, that we do this together. And I'm not going to get into the details right now. All I can tell you is it's bigger than anything else I've ever seen. So, big opportunity. So, the right company at the right time, the right product, leisure travel, cruises, resorts, friendship, memories, God's creation, the right pay plan, and then all the right support tools and systems. So, it's taken us a lot of years, over 20 years for me, to bring this to you and build this kind of a company, that we can do this together. But you've got to master the 5-step cycle of duplication. Inviting or prospecting, inviting, presenting, enrolling, and training. So this weekend's been about the training. But what I can tell you is we've done it together. We've achieved something that's one of a kind, that's unique and special together, that is positioned for the future better than anything else that I know of, that I've seen or know of. And we have this dream life where we're able to do that together. And I think people look at us and they say, okay, yeah, they're 14 years old. They've already done all this all over the world. And am I coming on too late? And the answer is no. This is absolutely the best timing, because it's it's so much better than being a part of us when we were in the beginning or any startup. I can tell you, I've lived through that. But if you can join a company that is thinking and acting like a startup, but in 40 plus countries around the world with our kind of proven leadership, and we're saying we're ready to pour into you, that you're next, all you got to do is say loud and proud, raise your hand, that's me, I'm next, I want to be a top earner, I want to be an IMD, I want to be a trainer. But again, even if you don't, we're happy that you chose us, because we know with your time, which is your life and your name and your reputation, you chose us. So ladies and gentlemen, friends, Worldventures, I just want to say thank you for trusting us, joining this weekend, plugging into the training. It's you investing in your life, and I certainly pray that you got what you came for this weekend. And I can't say thank you enough to our leaders, our trainers, and Mark Aceta, our Director of Training. Ladies and gentlemen, it's United 2020. We are united. And I do believe in the next 2 to 3 years, we can make the run to number one. And I pray you'll be a part of it. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Our final